Good morning, coaches. Welcome to the National Wake Up Call Pre-Call Contest. Today is Monday, January 15th, 2018. I'm Sandy Buadana, and it looks like last week's Facebook Live event went pretty okay, so we're going to go for episode 2. So today is a national holiday in the U.S., and the offices are closed here at Beachbody, but we're pre-recording this a few days ahead of time, so you get your morning wake up on Monday. But I want to get to a few names who won in the contest from last week. Question number 1, what is the name of the new gluten-free yummy snacks that are only 150 calories and 10 grams of protein? And that is the new Beach Bars. We have a winning answer from a 5-star diamond coach from East Wenatchee, Washington, Cassidy Brewer. Question number 2, January is a double trip dollars month. What exactly does that mean? Well, for every Success Club point you earn in January, you get $5 towards the Success Club trip in 2019. And in January, we double that amount that you earn. So the winning answer came from an Emerald coach from Richmond Hill, California, Courtney Lindblom. Both of you are going to receive Mel Robbins' book, The 5-Second Rule, Transform Your Life, Work, and Confidence Every Day. And we're going to be giving that Mel Robbins book all month long because we're promoting her as the Success Club webcast that you get for Earning Success Club, and that webcast is in February. So I have a couple of questions for today. If you'd like to, you can either email me at coachcall@beachbody.com, or you can tweet your answer to TBBCoach411, or you can comment right here at the video in the comment section, and we'll pick 2 winners. Question number 1, you can now invite more challengers to your challenge group using the My Challenge Tracker app. How many participants can you invite? What's the maximum there? Okay, that's the first question, is what is the maximum number of people you can invite? We just expanded that number, so what's that number? And question number 2, what is the name of the big boat we're headed on next year for the annual Success Club trip? What's the name of the big boat? So that is the questions for this week's contest. Now it's the top of the hour, so I want to get to the full call. Good morning, coaches. This is your wake-up call. Today's Monday, January 15th, and here are the 3 things you need to know for the week. What I'm going to do is share my screen like I did last time. Today, 80-Day Obsession launches. The 80-Day Obsession is now available on Beachbody On Demand. All 80-Day Obsession Mega Packs receive 3 Success Club points in January. The program resources available are the program resources that we have available are on that promo essentials page in the coach office. For more information on that, it's FAQ 8020. And the exclusive coach-only test group with Autumn also kicks off today. And that FAQ is 4527. All right, the second announcement for the week is that the January Summit ticket special is still going on. And Summit is one of the most important events you can attend this year, so do not miss out. Now, through the end of January, the 2018 tickets are available for $145. Now, that's a savings of $150 because that ticket would be, what, $295? Is that how you do the math, Jeff? That is the lowest price offered to attend this year's event. So get your tickets now at coachsummit.com. And last interview is about Team Cup. February is usually Team Cup month, and this year we're making it all about Summit. So you can get rewarded for your hard work and get recognition and prizes that you can enjoy at Summit 2018. You can earn a Team Cup live workout with our brand new program, expanded on-stage team recognition, and a VIP Summit experience. You don't want to miss registration because it opens today. Get your team together at 5. Go to teambeachbodycup.com, or if you need more information, go to FAQ 9753. So I'm going to come back. Let me go ahead and move this call along and announce Mr. Recognition himself, the voice, Darren Ashby.
Good morning, Sandy, and good morning, coaches. Welcome to another week of advancement, starting with our newest Diamond coaches. Here they are. Congratulations to Ashlie Bourne, Jake Cushion, Julie Gockel, Jennifer Gald, Angela Green, Alethea Green, Chelsea Hamrick, Shaylee Hanning, Scott Harding, Renee T. Howie, Amy Lage, Jennifer Lopez, Melissa Moyer from Canada, Josiane Ricard, Katie Rogers, Becca Strobel, Alana Tishner, Allison Vanderveen, and Amber Watson. Now, our new Star Diamonds for the week. We have two of them. Congratulations to Joy Harrington and in a secondary CBC, Jamie Innes. And our newest two-star Diamond coach this week from Canada, Jocelyn Pare. New three-star Diamond, Sarah Petrucci. And coaches, we have a new five-star Diamond coach this week in a secondary CBC, Christina Solons. And we also have a new six-star Diamond coach from Canada, Vanessa Boulay. All right, that's it for ranks. Now on to top success point earners for the week. Congratulations to, on top of that list, Amy Silverman, Emily Robida, Emily Faver, Cindy Tremblay, and Ashlie Molstad. All right, that's another week of advancements. Congratulations to everyone on the call today, and make it a fantastic week, everybody. And now, it's my pleasure to welcome the president of Global Sales, Mr. Jeff Hill.
This is a fun new format, and hopefully you're finding it to be of great value. And regardless of the format, coaches, this call is still intended. The purpose of this call is to be a wake-up call, to shake you into action, to call your senses, to stimulate them, to wake them up, and to give you content and to give you some thinking that can help you as you grow your business. And, honestly, we're the only company that I know that does this. And we do it every week of the year, rain or shine, whether it's a holiday or not, because we know that people and fitness and helping other people, that this is a 365-day-a-year opportunity, and people are always looking to help other people and to learn. One of the great parts about our business is that we have individuals that have a tremendously abundant mindset, people that are willing to take their success and then share it with you and with other people. And I think that's just part of the DNA of who we are, part of what makes us great, part of what makes us unique. And today is no exception. So I'm absolutely thrilled that today I get to introduce an individual who is number 2 in the entire network. She's a 2018 elite coach. She's a 3-time elite coach, a 7-star Diamond, 48 months in Success Club, which of course makes her a Success Club All-Star legend. She started coaching back in 2012 on our leadership ladder, and I'm throwing a lot of stuff at you, I realize. She is an organizational leader, which ranks right up at the top. And again, maybe one of the most impressive statistics is our business really is founded, as I started out in sharing, was helping people and inspiring people and getting people not just started, but seeing them through the process where they're getting real results. Because when that process happens, that's where a business is built, and that's when good stuff happens. And she's helped in 2017, I think the number's over 260 people submit their results to the Beachbody Challenge contest. So those are impressive numbers. So with all of that, I want to welcome to the call number 2 in the entire network, 7-star Diamond coach, Ashlie Molstad. Ashlie, are you there?
I'm here, Jeff. Hi.
Well, welcome to the call. And as we were saying a little bit as we were getting here, I love what you've done with those walls.
Yeah, we paid a lot of money for an interior designer to come in and set up these white walls here for us.
Well, we all know that there's great power in simplicity. I mean, you think about Apple, didn't they? I mean, look what they did with just cleanness and simplicity. So right. The truth of the matter is that Ashlie is extremely talented and in interior design, but they just moved from Portland, Oregon to Phoenix just not too long ago, correct?
Right, and then we had threw a baby in the mix and had her 6 weeks ago. So pictures haven't been top priority.
Well, completely understandable, but we do appreciate you making this a priority and jumping onto the call with us, and being willing to share a little bit about who you are, and more importantly, taking who you are and turning that into some success and helping other people. So, who are you? Tell us a little bit about Ashlie. I introduced that you, or shared that you joined Beachbody back in 2012. So you're not a rookie for sure, but tell us just a little bit about you.
Yeah, so I mean, I did join in 2012, but I joined for the discount. I'm a bargain shopper, so when I found out that you could get 25% savings, that's why I signed up. I had no intention of working this business ever, and I originally joined, and I did Insanity, and I knew Asylum 1 and Asylum 2 were coming out, and I wanted to save money on that. I knew I was going to be doing Shakeology, and I fell in love with the online community. So I didn't actively start coaching until really the beginning of 2014. And I only started coaching because I just loved Beachbody so much. And I mean, you guys, I might elaborate a little bit more on this, but I had tried every diet out there, you know, Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, like Atkins, carb counting, like I had tried everything, and Beachbody was the solution for me. It's the thing that I started and haven't stopped. And so then the business just kind of naturally happened. I wanted to start sharing it with everybody. I wanted to be sharing my journey with it. It's like all I wanted to talk about, because it was finally a solution. It was like I could kind of stop the madness of bouncing from diet to diet. And that's really, you know, that's where I started with Beachbody. And that kind of passion and belief in it is what has kept me going.
So let me dig into a couple pieces that you just said there. So one of the things you said, it happened just kind of naturally. So, you know, maybe that passion develops into that, but I know, as you say, naturally you started to do some sharing, and you've had some pretty remarkable results in sharing some of those results. So share a little bit about what you did. I know social media has been a big piece for you, but how you started to get traction there.
Yeah, so on social media, when I first started, I started my like page on Facebook, and I was really into reading blogs at the time. So I had kind of understood like what I liked to see, and that's how I showed up. And I liked to see meal ideas and what they were doing in their daily life and getting exercise tips and stuff. So that's just what I started posting and sharing. And I think the common temptation, and I had this temptation too when I first started, but as a new coach, you know, we're all human beings and we all have ups and downs and struggles. But as soon as you become a coach and you take your journey public, it's kind of tempting to only share the highlight reel. Mm-hmm. And I would say that the biggest traction that I gained with social media was deciding I was going to share more of the everyday bits of my life. We have lots of things to celebrate, right? There's lots of wins and successes, but also share the sticky stuff, the not so fun stuff, the sexy stuff, the struggles of being on this journey. And I mean, this year was kind of my social media really blew up once I started doing that, just deciding I don't have to be the typical fitness person. I don't have to always nail my meal plan and always get my workout in and look like I'm perfect. I just get to be me and take people on the journey with me to show that I struggle just like them. Because most people watching this, guys, nobody watching us is perfect. And so if you share your perfect journey, it's hard for them to bridge that gap between being imperfect and where you are being perfect. So I would say that's been the biggest thing for me, is deciding to be real, raw, and honest with my social media and my journey.
Yeah, it's interesting, Ashlie. So I'm not much of a social media guy, but I've tried the last little while and I've got some reasoning behind this, but to create a little bit more presence on Instagram. So today I posted, and you know, I put the fun pictures and the family pictures and trying to be the whole type of a person. But this morning I posted this picture after my workout, and I just said, man, sometimes fitness, trying to get fit, just sucks.
Yeah.
You know, those days. And I was not a little bit, but I was real, just kind of, I did not like it this morning, but I found that I got a little bit stronger. Engagement today was probably better, just because I felt like I was probably more relatable to more people, because I was being more more real.
Because that's a human moment. That's a moment that everyone else at home has those workouts too, right? The workouts that suck that you don't want to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of those for me sometimes. But anyway, more importantly, back to you. Now, let's just be really transparent here. When you say you got real, you actually made a post where you were, I would say, vulnerable, and it really did get some significant traction, correct?
Right, yeah. It went pretty massively viral. That was November of 2016. So what had happened was, and just going to frame this up for you guys, because coaches, I want to share with you kind of how I share these raw moments and my thought process behind it. So this isn't, I didn't do this to go viral, but what happened was sharing a human moment, kind of like Jeff just talked about. Last year in 2016, we got pregnant and miscarried. And then I just I was just off my game, right? That kind of takes you off of your game for a little while. And I was eating whatever I want. I was kind of living in a state of YOLO. And then Court of Force came out. And I decided I'm going to go all in with this. I'm going to just go in and just get back to treating myself well and with love and with kindness. And I did it. I started seeing some good results and I felt great. And I thought, I'm going to share a progress photo. So I put my camera up on selfie mode, right? I put the timer on and I'm doing all these twists and torques and trying to standing on my toes and arms up. You guys probably know, several of you probably know, you're trying to capture how you feel on camera, and nothing, like the camera just was not showing how I felt. I still felt like I didn't look good in any of those photos. And here I am, a health and fitness coach who lives this stuff. And I had this moment of like, why are you trying to show up in a way that isn't actually maybe how you look, when people that are watching you, they're in their real normal bodies too? So instead I just sat down and I just sat like, hey, this is me in my real, body. And I put those two side by side and I just said, this one's as good as this one. And that, I think we see a lot of those posts now, but it was kind of at the beginning of this self-love movement that you've seen on social media. And it just really resonated with people. So that went wild and it was shared by tons of people. And, I don't know how many millions of people saw it, but what it did was it brought a lot of new eyes to my page. And I just want to make this really clear, because I think as a new coach or really wherever you are, the temptation is to think, I need new likes. I need more eyes on my page. I need more eyes on my posts. And it's not about having more eyes, but it's about doing something with those eyes. And like Gary Vaynerchuk says, it's not about how many likes you have, it's how many likes you have that care. And so when that photo went viral, I went from 25,000 likes or something on my page to 75,000, which is 50,000 new eyes, right? And that's a lot. And that was in a short period of time. And my temptation initially was, okay, now I don't want to turn any of these new people away. I want to talk to all of them. This is all these new people that I can market to. And I had to check myself and say, no, there's 50,000 new eyes and some of those people are not your people. So stay in your lane. Keep showing up how you are, the things that make me, that maybe differentiate me from other people. And that means that some people aren't going to like me. And I'm going to lose some of those likes. I'm going to lose some of those followers. But what I have found is the people that stay, they love you and they trust you and they are your people. So don't think about how many people you have on your page. There's people, there's 15 star diamonds with 2,000 likes, and there's people that are emerald coaches with 100,000. It's not about the likes. It's about what you do with the likes and the community of the people that you have watching you.
Yeah, I think that's such great advice. And for a new coach, I mean, it's very improbable that anyone else is going to get that many likes or that much visibility. But to your point, I think the key piece is, I think it's a great way to say it is, coaches, new coaches, I mean, share that, but stay in your lane, because that's, again, why people are going to be attracted to you. And then that also allows you to do something with those new coaches or those new eyes that are on you that can be engaged in the inviting process. So Ashlie, we talked a little bit before about, before this call about, so you've got all of these people that come to you or are starting to watch you and that are engaging with you, and those numbers could be overwhelming. But we talked about servant leadership, and I kind of said, okay, not that looks great on the whiteboard, you know, if anyone has a whiteboard other than me, but it looks great on the whiteboard. But what does that look like as you engage with new people coming into your business, really? And maybe you can juxtapose that against non-servant leadership that you see.
Yeah. Okay. So what I mean by kind of showing up as a servant on your social media, again, it goes back to when you're a new coach and all of a sudden you think, I'm just a Beachbody coach. I'm not a wife who struggles. I'm not a mom who has chaos in her house. I'm not, you know, someone who's working in whatever it is that's your story before Beachbody. It's like, as soon as you become a Beachbody coach, that's all you are. And I see that so much on social media. So then the story is sweaty selfie, picture of your shake, just showing up every day with no real like struggle or human moments, or, you know, why are you doing that behind it? And so I think the idea is, if I do this, I'm going to inspire people and they're going to want to join me. And I think that's the wrong way of looking at social media. And so for me, I'm always thinking, not how can I wake up and sell challenge packs today, right? I'm thinking, how can I wake up and be outrageously helpful to my community? How can I serve them and provide so much crazy value for them? And I'm, you know, and then I am making sure that they know I can help them. They're seeing me do my workout every day, and they're seeing me talk about, I've got this boot camp they can join and to reach out. So I am still doing that inviting piece. And I know that that's a huge part of taking those eyes that are on you and turning them into growing your business. But I think that you start with, how can I serve? Like, what kind of value can I provide? Rather than, here I am with my sweaty selfie. Workouts are never hard for me. Here I am nailing my meal plan. I'm not struggling. Things aren't ever hard. Because that's not, you know, that's kind of the non-servant. That's I call that kind of like the Ashlie show. Like, what value does that give to anybody else? So I always think, every post that I put up, what do I want someone to get away from this? And I'm really, when I'm thinking of that someone, I'm thinking of me. So I'm really talking to Ashlie of today, or I'm talking to Ashlie pre-Beachbody. And Ashlie pre-Beachbody, you know, my story, my background is depression, really. I was a corporate climber. I was checking all the right boxes, but I just really struggled to find value. And my depression was kind of that, I just feel worthless. I feel like I don't matter. And so I get being insecure as a new coach and not too sure what your role is and how you're going to inspire people if you're not nailing your thing. But I think it's showing up every day and being transparent with your journey, taking people on that with you, the highs and the lows. And, now I have people coming to me that also have that background with depression, and I just get to help them find their, at home in their body again, get to help them work on loving themselves. And it all starts with what we offer. So that was a long answer, but.
No, it's a good answer. And coaches, if you're listening carefully to that, I mean, I would immediately relate that back to the concept of swimming in your lane. And part of that swimming in your lane again is the consistency, really is what that's about. And taking who you are and keeping that, consistent. And there is an intentionalness about that. And although I think we sometimes get impatient or bored with ourselves. And so we feel like, that others that this isn't working. So switch lanes, go over here and go over there. And people aren't attracted to people that jump around all the time. So I think there's great power in that. Let me ask this, Ashlie, just moving forward a little bit, is that you had a big number of people that you've had journeyed with and encouraged to submit their results to the Beachbody Challenge. Now that's one of those things that we think is key. And let me just do a little bit of context setting. I think when people ask me what our business model is, I tell them, look, it's about a challenge pack, because challenge packs offer the opportunity for fitness and nutrition, and they lead to a challenge group. And the idea behind a challenge group is to create an environment of support, community, where people can get results because they're engaging in a program, and then sharing those results because they have enough confidence and are proud of what they've been able to achieve. So Beachbody Challenge, you had over 260 people. How did you encourage people or create the environment to get people to do that?
To submit their results?
Yeah.
Submit their, well, so the challenge groups are I love them, and I'm really proud of the ones that I run because that is where transformations happen. I started in a challenge group. That's where my transformation started. And, I take people in this journey and I take a responsibility as their coach to help them see results. I focus a lot on mental fitness in my challenge group. So I make personal development, which I call personal development is like fitness for the mind. So I know how transformative that's been for me. I make that a part of it. And we show up every single day checking into that group. And I tell them, I don't expect you to be perfect ever. And if you miss a workout or you screw up on your meal plan or whatever, the worst thing you can do is feel ashamed and just pull back from the group. Check in with us. Let us know that happened, and we're here to support you. So it really is a journey, and I don't want to work with these people for 30 days or 60 days. I want to work with them for the rest or until they don't need me anymore, right? So I take them through this journey, and then they've committed. They've committed to showing up for themselves, not to be perfect, but just to show up at the best, whatever their best is every single day. And then at the end of that 21 days or 30 days or 60 days or whatever that program is that we do, submit it because, the reward is changing their life, right? But they also have the opportunity of course, getting your free shirt, but of maybe Beachbody recognizing them. And it is a lot for people to show up every day for themselves. There are demands on everybody, and so they should be rewarded for that. And it's kind of just like a capstone on, not the end of their journey, but maybe just a midway. Yeah.
So when as you do your groups, your challenge groups, just maybe drilling down a little bit from you said, okay, 30, 60, 90-day groups. Do you have a revolving set of groups that you offer, or is it one big group that people just join as you move along?
So I've tried all of it because I hear, different coaches do it different ways. And I've tried to do the Revolving Door where it's just an ongoing group and new people come in. I have found that, and for me, because I am working with a lot of people and I roll them from one group to the next, I like to start fresh every 30 days. So I run 30-day boot camps is what I call them. And, then from when one group ends, I say, here's the link for the new group if you want to join. And that way, because what I was finding with the Revolving Door for me, and there are successful coaches that do it other ways, so there's not a right or wrong answer, but what I do is take the, prep week basically the week before our start date. So that way the new people coming in don't feel like they're just already behind the 8 ball missing out. So we run 30-day challenges, but they're allowed to be in, every group that I run.
Okay, so let's drill down just for a moment before we wrap up here on new coaches. So there are tens of thousands, let me freak you out here, tens of thousands of coaches, new coaches are looking at your walls and loving them, of getting started, and they're asking themselves, man, can I do this, and how do I do this? You've had a lot of new coaches come in this year. If you were to, there's probably 50 things that you do very, very well. But if you were to say the most critical thing that I do to get my new coaches started right, or the direction that I point them in to enhance the probability of their success, what do you do? And what would you say to these new coaches that are out there going, can I do this? Mm-hmm. And what does it look like?
So, and this kind of goes back, and you mentioned it on the call last week with Mel, Oprah's speech, and how she said, the most important thing that we have is speaking our truth or something like that. Yep. And that's really what I try to instill in people. But I know that a lot of people that we're talking to, and probably a lot of the coaches in the network, because I started this way, are insecure with showing up and speaking their truth. So as new coaches, one, I want to make sure that I'm helping build their confidence by helping them get great results. right? Because those of you who have done our programs, if you have gone all in on a program, it can change your life, not just your body and your, you know, your fitness. It really does. When you show up for yourself every day, it changes your mind. And so getting them confidence in that, and then helping them realize that there is only one them in this world. And I think as a coach, I don't ever try to sell Beachbody. I don't talk a lot about Beachbody, but I do let people know I can help them. And I try to talk to people because if I exist, there's people like me that exist. So for new coaches, I want them to know that this world needs them. Their community needs them. They don't need me. They don't need Melanie. They don't need Amy Silverman, right? They need them. So you don't look at all the other top coaches and think I'm not good enough. Know that it's okay to be who you are and speak your truth and shine your light. And it's hard to find that light if you're not working on yourself first. So that's the coolest thing about our job, is that no matter whether you're day one in this business or you're day 1 million, it's always job number one is to work on you, and then share, show up and document your journey and share it on social media, and inspire and invite other people to join you. So that was kind of a long answer, but I think it's work on yourself first, show up for your fitness and your personal development, and, really lock that in, and then work on being okay with sharing who you are on social media, because it really is, we are not here, I don't think we are here to sell fitness programs and shakes. We are here to sell ourselves. They can get fitness programs and shakes at Beachbody or, at all these other different places, but they can only get you one place. So sharing who you are and why you're a value as a coach. And I know that that's hard as a new coach because you don't have confidence in your ability yet, but the best way to get confidence is to just do it. The only way out is through, right? So you just keep doing it, and you keep sharing and keep showing up, and people will start to come, and you'll help one person. That'll feel great. And then you'll help another person and another person. And then you build this huge tribe.
Yeah, and I think that's the piece that as I'm listening to you, actually, I'm getting goosebumps, because there's a piece of me that just goes, that captures the essence of who we are, and it's helping other people. And it's just this thing of one person at a time. And that sounds a little bit Pollyanna-ish, if that makes sense. Yet at the same time, it is the essence of the business. And for every new coach here that's listening to this call and listening to Ashlie or listening to Mel last week, sometimes you get awestruck by these folks with what they're doing. But they all started back then. They all started with sharing with one person, and then with two people, and I need to learn English, and figuring it out as they go along, because I say this often, success is sequential. It's built, one brick at a time, and it's that patient process that it takes. Okay, 2 quick last questions, and then we got to wrap up here. One's a curveball, okay, that we didn't talk about at all. So we have this event that we call Summit. Okay, and it's happening in Indianapolis this June. Sandy shared in the pre-show and in the announcements that we have this $145 special that's happening through the end of January, and we want to get as many new people there as we can. We have something like in Autumn's group, we have over 30,000 people in there, so clearly not everybody there is part of this group. If you were to say, I'm giving you enough time to think about this now. Okay, if you were to say, man, you guys, if you're on this call and you're not registered for Summit, you are missing out. But why? Mm-hmm. What happens in your book? Why is it a good investment?
All right, so and then I'm going to give you a little curveball back, because my answer to this is a little bit different. But I think if you aren't going to Summit because you can't afford it, or you don't think it's going to be worth your time, or, and it is a sacrifice and it is an investment, but that's thinking short term. And one thing that I know has served me very well in this business is thinking long term. When I listen to the wake up calls, when I started, this coaching 4 years ago, and someone was in the Million Club, or someone rank advanced, or, they were able to retire, whatever, I would always think, why not me? and I would do what successful people told me to do, because nobody's trying to fool you. And you hear every top coach saying Summit is transformative. Guys, we work this business by ourselves a lot. In this sterile room, I am working here by myself a lot, and there is nothing like the energy that you get at Summit and the conviction that you will have in this company by going to Summit, rubbing shoulders with all the other coaches, realizing our business is not about Success Club points. It's not about selling challenge packs. Our business is changing lives. That is what we do as coaches, and that is what you will see at Summit. And the cool thing is, our business is changing lives, but it starts with your own. So, it's an event-driven business, and I understand the sacrifice being away from family and investing, but I also heard something from whenever I first started, some personal development, but it's something like for every $1 you invest into yourself, into your personal development, you get 10 back. And I would always just think, maybe I can't afford this now, but one day I'm going to be able to afford it, and I'm not even gonna have to think about it. But I'll never get to that one day if I don't change where I am right now. If I don't make that sacrifice and decide 10 years from now, am I gonna be a Beachbody coach? Am I gonna be super successful? Yes, but how does that start today? And it starts by showing up, and making whatever sacrifices you have to get to these events that are going to change your business and maybe your life.
Well, that was not a curveball. That was knocking the ball out of the park on this. Now we're going to end with that, Ashlie, because I don't know that there's a more powerful way to end this call than talking about that and investing, making an investment that's going to improve your own life and the lives of others. So let me just say this. Thank you so much for being on the call. Thank you for your example, for touching so many lives. And and again, congratulations on being #2 in the entire network. That's pretty cool in and of itself. And of course, as #2, we get to travel to France together later this year, which everybody's going, let you guys take that offline. But anyway, so Ashlie, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Have a great year, coaches.
All right. Well, listen, again, just a great call. And I think Ashlie summed it up very, very well in just talking about investing in yourself and showing up every single day and speaking your truth. Lots of one-liners there, and there's a message behind each one. But coaches, the reality is this, okay? And you may not want to hear this, but no one is going to build this business for you. This is a business that, yes, you'll have support, you'll have corporate support and upline support, but in the end, you're the one that has to show up every day, and you have to take these tools and these concepts and you have to translate those into action. And it does happen one person at a time. And the question, I think Mel may have said this last week, but why not you? Why not you? So this week, own it. Get clear on what you want out of life, and then own it and go out and help people. And one at a time, you build it, they will come. So with that, I'm going to say thank you so much, and let's make it a great week. Bye-bye.